On the 6th of December, the very day after Napoleon's departure of Moscow, the sky exhibited a more dreadful appearance. Icy particles were seen floating in the air, and the birds fell stiff and frozen to the earth. The atmosphere was motionless and silent. It seemed as if everything in nature which possessed life and movement, even the wind itself, had been seized, chained, and as it were congealed by a universal death. Not a word or a murmur was then heard. There was nothing but the gloomy silence of despair, and the tears which proclaimed it. We crept along in the midst of this empire of death-like doomed spirits. The dull and the monotonous sound of our steps, the cracking of the frost, were the only interruptions to this doleful and universal silence. Anger and imprecations there were none, nor anything which indicated a remnant of warmth. Scarcely was strength enough left to utter a prayer, and most of the men fell without even complaining, either from weakness or resignation, or because people complain only when they look for kindness, and fancy they are pitied. Sometimes the snow sank beneath their feet, but more frequently, its glassy surface refusing them support. They slipped at every step, and tottered along from one fall to another. It seemed as though this hostile soil were leagued against them, that it treacherously escaped from under their efforts, that it was constantly leading them into snares, as if to embarrass and retard their march, and to deliver them up to the Russians in pursuit of them, or to the terrible climate. And in truth, whenever for a moment they halted from exhaustion, the winter laying his icy hand upon them was ready to seize his victims. In vain did these unhappy creatures, feeling themselves benumbed, raise themselves up, and already deprived of the power of speech, and plunged into a stupor, proceed a few steps like automatons. Their blood froze in their veins, like water in the current of rivulets, congealing the heart, and these dying men staggered, as if they had been intoxicated. From their eyes reddened and inflamed by the constant glare of the snow, by the want of sleep and the smoke of the bivouacs, there flowed real tears of blood. Their bosoms heaved with deep and heavy sighs. They looked towards heaven, at us, and on the earth, with an eye dismayed, fixed and wild, as expressive of their farewell, and it might be of their reproaches against the barbarous nature which was tormenting them. It was not long before they fell upon their knees, and then upon their hands. Their heads still slowly moved for a few minutes alternately to the right and the left, and from their open mouths some sounds of agony escaped. At last, they fell flat upon the snow, burying their faces in it, and their sufferings were at an end. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to click that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about our latest videos.